Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Let's Just Talk. I'm James.
I'm lit. So,
Let's just talk.
all right, y'all, we got a goodie today. We'll be talking about the power of apologizing. I know how much y'all love to apologize.
That's sarcasm. That's sarcasm. Yeah.
But we're going to get into not just the power of apologizing, but apologizing and meaning it. Apologizing in ways that is beneficial to your relationship and all the goods that go into that.
Because at the end of the day, that's what we're here for. We're for building strong bonds and learning.
Talk to me, baby.
Learning how to, let me talking to the mic. Learning how to apologize is a very big block in building that strong relationship.
Yes. I feel like when it comes to apologizing, I have had to grow in the way I've apologized because I didn't see anything wrong with the way I was apologizing, to be honest.
You know, we're going to cue to an example.
Stop.
Is that no, we're going to put her a blast like that?
No, because for real, when I apologize, well, it's different now than when we first started dating.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I feel like if I'm apologizing for something, I want to mean it. I want to actually be sorry. But if I know that the only way to, what's the word? Like,
Rectify the situation.
to rectify what's going on is to apologize. I'm not having to muster up this, all right, just say you're sorry, but apologize for the thing that you actually are sorry for. So if I don't feel like I need to say sorry for the action, then I'm going to say something along the lines of, I'm sorry if you felt like.
Yeah. Which apology like that, just toss it back in that person's court. And it's like, you're sorry that I now feel this way from what you did. You're not taking no accountability. You tossing it back at me like, fix your feelings.
But see, and again, I understand where I am now, but just to make it make sense in that time frame, it's not so much that I'm tossing it back in your court, like putting it on you and not taking accountability. I feel like overall, I didn't want to apologize anyway because I didn't feel like I did anything wrong.
Yeah.
So the fact that I'm now taking this step to apologize because I want us to be on good terms, and then you tell me my apology is not good enough, I'm like, well, F you and this apology. Because I'm doing my best with the emotions that I have and what my reality is. Because, for instance, if I feel like I didn't do something intentional, but you were still offended or you were still, feeling some kind of way about it, why am I the one that has to apologize for what I did if I feel like it wasn't wrong? I'm just saying. But that was my mindset. Don't look at the people like that. Stop talking to people with your eyes. That's society is watching this and they know what I'm saying.
What's the sign for help?
That's wild. That's wild. Somebody knows what I'm saying because it's not that I didn't want to apologize. It's that I didn't want to apologize for something that I didn't mean. Like I wanted to mean it.
Yeah. And we have a special guest.
You got to get mic'd up, sis.
Greetings. Okay, she just fell snuggle.
Well, she's here. This is Moxie.
Yes. So in reference to that, and it took me a little while to kind of understand your grounds for like how you apologize, which at the point that I'm at now, I see where you're coming from, but I also see the flaws and like disconnects in that. Because with the lack of emotional connection, see me, I'm like super empathetic, and like when it comes to if I do something to offend somebody, I feel how much they've been offended. So that's more so what I'm apologizing for. But I'm not putting it in their court saying, I'm sorry that you feel that way because I now feel that way too. So I'm like, damn, I don't want either one of us to feel this way right now. I apologize. I didn't mean what I said. I didn't mean to make you feel that kind of way, yada yada. And see, that's incorporating what you're saying, but not just here. I'm sorry you feel that way.
Yes. Okay. Where I am today, everything you just said, I get it. I understand it because when you care about somebody and you care about the longevity, the health, and all the things when it comes to the relationship and that dynamic, you do go into that place of empathy where it's like, damn, even if I knew that it wasn't my intention to make you feel that way, you feel this way.
Yeah.
So, and I don't want you to feel that way. So I'm going to apologize. I think for me, it's more so in that time, I was also operating in ego because you had me fucked up.
And that's exactly what it is because like you can tell when you're operating out of ego because your defenses go up super high. And it's like I said, the accountability, you like, I didn't do anything wrong. My intent wasn't to hurt you. So the fact that you're hurt right now isn't on me.
Yeah.
But you were the catalyst. You were still the person that initiated the thing that caused the situation that we're in right now.
That was a personal problem. That's how, when I tell you the way that I was operating was, this is a personal problem. You feel this way about something I did, or you butthurt about this, or maybe I have my own things where I'm like, well, why didn't you say something, or why didn't you talk to me before you got to this point? So now I'm not just in that space of apologizing, but I'm processing and I'm dealing with my own emotions and I'm getting a little heated as I'm like, why am I even here apologizing right now? Like, this is like, what? But again, this is something that I had to grow through. And I'm not ashamed to say, even now when I'm apologizing, I have to ask myself, what am I about to say? How am I about to say it? Because sometimes, even now, even in all the healthiness and all the love, and I am human, and I have to ask myself, am I apologizing because I feel like I just want this to just be done and I just don't want to hear about it no more? Or am I apologizing because I actually see the issue at hand and I'm just like, okay, let's actually rectify this, not just put a Band-Aid on it. Let's have some understanding. It's simple when you get down to it. It really is. It's just a matter of the comfort that you feel. A lot of people feel discomfort when it comes to apologizing because they look at it as a right or wrong.
Yeah. And not only that, like a lot of people, like I was saying before, whenever somebody is like, hey, what you did hurt me, or like coming to them with something, they don't want to be in that space of apologizing. They're immediately feeling attacked because somebody is coming at you with their feelings of how they uh, basically processed the situation that y'all went through.
Yeah.
And that's in a relationship, that's never the space to be defensive or trying to attack. Like that should be a safe space where y'all can just communicate whatever issues are going on.
Yeah.
Nobody should be like, oh, well, you did this. And oh, well, remember when y'all like none of that need to be taking place when y'all deal with like issues and stuff like that or trying to communicate. And that's where a lot of relationships go wrong because they continue to operate in that space of ego where again it's that mindset of being right or wrong.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, you're just bringing the issues that are present, that are laid out and saying, hey, all right, how can we both come and address this?
Yeah. And so you were saying something too about, I can't remember exactly what you said, like how you worded it, but it goes into time frame. So
yeah.
Now when we apologize, is there a time frame you feel like is a make or break? So like if the issue just happened, do you feel like as soon as it's happening, I should be like, oh my God, I'm sorry. Da, 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 da. Should I give it time?
Now, that's something that's all based on your relationship because I can honestly say I've attempted multiple time frames of apologizing, like where I've held on to stuff because, I didn't necessarily know how to process it in that time frame and then brought it to you and then you address like, why didn't you bring this up before? And then knowing that in the conversation, I brought things up immediately. And then it's been like, as soon as I bring it up, it'll be like
Immediate
something else get brought up or you immediately regret that situation. And then it's just like, so time frame again, that's another variable that gets tossed in as a deterrent from the main issue at hand.
Yeah.
So, like, if somebody's bringing an issue to you, be in a space. If you've created that space with this person, be receptive. Don't try to like add in other variables or think about everything else or oh, why is he bringing this up now or why is she talking about this? I thought we were done with this. No, it's being brought up right now because it's still an issue.
And I feel like even with that, you have to know your partner.
Yeah.
If you're not going to know your partner per se, ask questions. So for instance, if you know your partner, one of those people where you apologize and you expecting them to be like, all is forgiven, life is great, but they asshole grudges and you know that they need a moment to really process. Maybe they haven't even fully processed the situation or the feelings in there, even though you apologize and they're like, okay, I accept your apology, but I still need time to regulate my emotions again and get back into good graces and process all of what just happened. You have to be able to be okay with that because not everybody is going to be like, oh, cool, you apologized and life is great. That's just not how everybody operates. Me being one of those people where, depending on the situation, we might be good. And then sometimes I might be like, I still need some time. I need to go.
Yeah.
I need to go walk around in the garden. I need to listen to some music to get me back in my high vibrations. Like, and it's nothing wrong with that. It's just honoring your person's space and emotion. But like you were saying, understanding when you are actually apologizing and having that safe space and conversing,
Mhm.
not taking away from that just because afterwards I may still need a little processing time.
Yeah. And to those who like hold grudges and stuff like that, you you have to be in a headspace of understanding that if you're that person that holds on to things, you either have to let it go or learn how to process on a constant basis because even if you're not somebody that holds on to stuff, you can just be going through your daily life and something will trigger an experience that you had previously and put you back in that mind state. And in that space, are you going to be like immediately angry at your partner again and just, oh man, I remember 3 years ago when you got it like,
Your ass always did
yeah,
this. Now that I think of
yeah, no, you have to go in that, like literally go in your mind and like tell yourself, hold on, is this happening right now?
Mhm.
Like, what is the present moment?
Yep.
Okay, I'm identifying that this thing has triggered me and put me in this space, but I'm not actually in any type of physical danger.
Yep.
Where the relationship is great right now, we not even beefing. Stop trying to carry me down that path.
Yeah. And that's kind of where like shadow work falls into place as well.
Heavy.
Because shadow work is always something that's necessary. It don't matter where you are on your journey. It doesn't matter if you are healed from a specific thing. There are always going to be things that bring that energy back up. Just like a little test to be like, well, how are you going to handle it this time?
And yeah,
Like, don't get me wrong. Even in our present moment, I may have a thought that's triggering about something that happened umpteenth years ago.
yeah,
And I'm like, you know what? I have a choice. I could bring this to him and be like, so I was having this thought earlier. This is how I feel. This is how I work through it. Or I could keep it to myself and process it if I feel like I'm able to do that and not let it affect my, like he said, the present moment. Because at the end of the day, you don't want old feelings and triggers and cycles and all those things to play a factor in how you represent yourself in your relationship today.
And that was actually a good point that you touched on. Like,
I know.
if you can, like, if you're in a space to handle it, um, processing that within yourself. If you're not in that space, talk to your partner.
Yeah.
Again, as long as y'all have created that safe space to have communications like this, like, hey, I understand where we're at right now. I'm still dealing with, energies from like 4 or 5 years ago. Like,
Mhm.
I'm recognizing that, certain things are triggering that, but I just want to communicate that with you. Like, I'm
Yeah.
still working through this.
And that's valid. I feel like people, and that's
Everybody
everybody.
human. We're all human. Like,
I don't know where this idea comes from that we have to have every fucking thing figured out and we have to have the perfect understanding, the perfect way of communicating and all the things. We are human. We are figuring it out day by day, moment by moment.
constantly in a space of learning.
Yes, don't be afraid to say how you feel. Don't be afraid to explore different styles of communicating. Don't be afraid to talk about the things that have happened way back when that are just now coming up if you feel like you need to, if you feel like that's going to help you in your growth. It's so many times where people, when we create our content and people like either under the comments or DM and be like, I really want to have this conversation with such and such, but I don't know how. Or, oh, my partner don't listen and you talk about safe spaces, but what if I don't feel safe and things like that. It's like,
That's a whole nother issue.
you talk. And if you're in a relationship where you can't have conversations to benefit the longevity and the health of your relationship, we got other things to talk about. Okay? Now, I had to get that out real quick
Come on now.
because y'all, but let's talk about those apologies that are fake AF. The ones where you looking at somebody and you know they playing in your face.
Yeah.
You know that they are just saying it just to say it. You done heard it time and time again. And it's like, damn, this sounds like what is it? I can't think of the
Broken record.
Yes. It's like, all right, but where's the action? Like,
Yeah.
you keep saying sorry, sorry, sorry.
But I'm not seeing any change. You've been doing the same thing every week.
Yeah, it's so how am I supposed to know when your apology has substance?
Mhm.
Like, how do I know you mean this shit for real?
How do you know?
I don't. It is certain key factors. If I say to you, let's say I've realized this cycle, it's a pattern here, it's a whole bunch of apologizing and not a lot of action changing, or this issue keeps arising and we have tried to change or shift or do whatever to figure it out. Let's say finances, for instance. Maybe we keep arguing about finances and one person keep arguing about I'm not gonna spend no money on this no more or I'm gonna do this and blah blah blah. Maybe we need to go back and actually talk about the root of the financial issues or the root of whatever the issue is, how these are the things that we've tried and they haven't worked. So how, for instance, when we had a little issue and we apologized to each other for the parts that we played, it got to a point where we had to trust that our apologies meant something and that the behavior was either going to change or that there was going to be some sort of shift. We had a conversation where it was like, words are words.
Uh-huh.
And until I see this, I'm not going to believe it.
Yeah.
That's so valid. And those are the types of conversations you need to be having if you feel like the behavior isn't changing or there's no true action behind the apology. Because I'm not going to keep accepting these sorry, sorry, sorry. Like at this point, this is just in your top 5 vocabulary words. Where's the change?
Yeah, let's like the apologies that don't work.
Yeah. And that goes, and this is, I know we're talking about relationships, but this goes with anybody. This goes with children. This goes with family. This goes with friends. If somebody is consistently apologizing, but the behavior is not changing, or you can tell in their demeanor that they don't mean it,
Yeah.
they're just saying it just to say it, it's up to you to either get to the bottom of it or be like, I'm not listening to this shit because you don't mean it.
Yeah.
and not taking that as, well, you apologize to you.
So, no, we're not doing that.
We're not doing that. So that's why it's so important for you to have that behavior change behind the apology, because words are just words. You even have the victim apology where this is a fan favorite.
Oh my God.
The people who apologize, but they try to make it seem like they are the victims, and I'm just really trying my best, and I just feel so attacked.
And putting the waterworks in to just add that extra, like,
Yeah.
like, girl, you hurt me. Why are you crying?
Some people might say a narcissist, which that word is thrown out a lot, but
Without context of the actual definition of it.
yeah, but it is coming to that understanding that you cannot play both roles.
No.
You cannot apologize and still be victim, especially if because that's manipulative, right? You're so true to.
You still playing like you said, you're still playing the role of victim, even though you victimized somebody else. Like,
and I feel like also with that, it doesn't take away your experience to say how you feel. It's about the approach that you have when it comes to being a quote unquote victim. You can express how you feel, and you can express whatever you feel you need to in that moment without it seemingly being an attack.
Yeah.
Or woe is me. Because it takes away from the whole apology.
Yeah, and if you're trying to hold the spotlight of being the victim, then your partner's feeling isn't being heard, and you're hogging the spotlight. Like,
Yeah.
you should, like, the person that was actually hurt is now standing over on the side, like, okay, well, here, let me get you a tissue. Let me take care of you, even though I'm the one that's feeling shitty right now.
Exactly. I feel like when it comes to apologizing, it really comes down to basic things. What are you apologizing for?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you feel the need to apologize? Because don't apologize. And this goes back to how I was feeling about my apologies. I'm sorry that I made you feel that, or if I made you feel this way, but getting down to what actually happened. I apologize for not acknowledging your feelings when I made this decision.
Yeah.
I will make sure, this is where the action comes in. I will make sure for the future, I check in with you before I make that decision, or before I make a decision, or whatever the case may be. Because now I'm not just leaving you with an apology. I'm not just taking accountability. I'm figuring out how am I going to handle this the next time it comes around, if it comes around. So you know what to expect. So I know what to expect. Right?
She ordered crunching on that food. Hey, she not up here.
I'm done. This also goes into we did a video where we talked about how you could have certain conversations not face to face, but back to back.
Yeah.
And some people was like, what did they say? They do conversations underneath the blanket, or it was certain phrases they use. But I feel like you could do the same thing when you're apologizing.
Whatever works, like.
Yeah, because people get caught up on the demeanor too. If I'm apologizing, I'm like, I'm sorry.
I'm big on that. Like, because I've worked with people for so long, like, I'm reading everything in a conversation. So, like, if you just like, if you're physically showing me that you don't really care, your words are not gonna mean anything to me.
Body language saying, I don't even want to be here right now. I don't care. But your words saying the opposite, it's like, what are you doing? I can see the eye rolling.
Yeah.
I can see all of this. I can see you walking around not wanting to actually engage. Those things mean something. And I ain't gonna hold you, I'm guilty a little bit of being in those spaces where I know that my demeanor is giving something and saying, what are you talking about? I'm not, because you don't want to get caught truly expressing what you feel when your mouth is saying something different. So this is one of those things where figuring out how to have the apology conversation, or just that whole thing, how to do it where it's comfortable.
Mhm.
Because if you know you about to just be staring at somebody's body language and it's gonna take away from the whole conversation, just close your eyes.
Yeah.
Put on a blindfold.
And see that, like, some people can take it as, well, damn, now I'm just opening myself up for manipulation because they could be saying whatever and then expressing what the real is. But
Yes.
in the same breath, again, y'all have to be in that safe headspace. Like, if I was to say something that you didn't necessarily agree with it and you like kind of rolled your eyes, that's more so what that back to back would be for. Because it's like you're still able to have your reaction safely,
Yeah.
but
Like that.
deliver
Safe.
be able to still deliver your message.
Yeah. And I think that's what it comes down to. I'm not saying completely ignore the demeanor of the person you're having the conversation with, but if you know that you get caught up on body language where you can't even hear the message, where all you looking for is all the wrong things that's happening,
Yeah.
that is beneficial to you because now you can hear what's being said. And even at the end of the day, when people say something, you can hear it in the tone. So if it's gonna come through, it's gonna come through. But that gives you the opportunity to try a different way of receiving or even giving. Because sometimes for me, growing up and not really understanding how to apologize, not just for me, but for the other person,
Mhm.
that
Oh.
would have worked well because I was like, oh man, I gotta sit here and look stupid and be so sorry, baby. Oh my God. It's like I'm annoyed with myself right now. So my body is doing all these different things. I'm rolling my eyes. I'm like, and so it's kind of like self-sabotage a little bit. So that would have been beneficial. But you know what you know now.
Mhm.
And that's why we giving y'all the gems now, okay?
This thing, we here for change. We here for growth.
Yes. So instead of people, you want to give people a little example about our apologies, either
Mhm.
now or back or however.
Yeah, like I was already, dropping a few gems in there, here and there. What we got up here?
I'm trying to think, what's the last thing that we even had to apologize for?
Like little stuff, like, oh damn, I mean, leave the door open, or like just
Those don't count.
yeah. It's like it's been like
Because that's more like a my bad than
yeah.
an actual like, oh my goodness, babe, I'm so sorry. Damn. I don't know. Is that good that we haven't had anything that to apologize for?
Yes, yes, that is good. Safety is okay. Safety is okay. You don't have to question that.
It's okay. This is normal. I can't think of anything off top.
Yeah.
But I know that most of the things we have happen are communication issues. It's literally just miscommunication
God,
about
for the past couple of days, we ain't been able to hear shit. Like we'll be right next to each other and talking, and just like, damn, what did you say? Like,
I thought you said this. Huh? Oh, you don't hear me?
no, I don't. I literally can't hear you. Oh, we can just be getting old. Then get my ears stuck.
Getting younger, baby. I can't hear because my ears, they turn it into baby ears because I'm reversing in age. That's the thing. Look at my ears. They little.
Sorry.
Anyways, yeah, when it comes to communication, I think that's the biggest thing that pops up for us where we have to apologize. And it's more so of a understanding where we messed up,
Yes.
where the disconnect was. Once we talk about it,
Wow.
because we don't know what we don't know.
So in this moment, I understand that we actually are in a space where we've got ahead of apologies.
Oh shit.
Like, it's more so
End of the game.
when I acknowledge that I'm in a space where I'm like doing something, that's not necessarily conducive for the relationship, I'll acknowledge it and having a conversation about it.
Uh-huh.
And you've been doing the same thing.
I have. So where I'm at, I feel like I didn't think about being ahead of the game. It was very much that idea of being proactive. But it's like I want to know if I don't know how to say it. It's if I did something and I'm uncertain about how it was received,
Yeah,
or
getting that clarification
yeah,
so that
I'ma just ask,
yeah.
hey, I hope that when I said this earlier, it didn't come off this way because I feel like it might have,
Mhm.
and I don't want it to blah 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 blah.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, no, because we both been doing that heavy. And I'm just now like
Yeah,
processing
is
that.
that what happens when it's routine? When it's normal? Is that a thing?
Huh.
Okay, go
Why
on.
you?
Oh, we've been talking at the same time.
I'm here.
What number am I thinking?
4.
No.
I always go with 4. I always go with 4. It
Damn, man, I thought we had it.
was 7.
It was
I
7.
know.
See, you should have said it first. It don't count now. See what it don't matter. But yeah, that's pretty much where we stand with that is we see the issue at hand, or if we don't know, we just ask, we talk about it.
Yeah.
We try not to, and we still get upset about certain things. We both got feelings.
We're human. That's
Yeah.
gonna happen.
So even if, for instance, I apologize to James and James still feeling how he feeling, I might be annoyed because I'm like, bro, get over it. Let's be happy. Let's have fun. Let's have a party. And he'd be like, damn, I really came down here so you wouldn't bother me, and you still down. So go away. It's in love
Uh-huh.
and recognizing. That's why I said it's so important to know when your person need a little bit of time, or just
Yeah. And if you need time, say it. Just say, hey, I'm still processing this. Just give me a minute. Just
yeah. Like I might be
and
funny.
it may not necessarily be a minute, but give grace.
Or when in doubt, always order food.
Oh, I thought you pinky out. I was ready.
That too. When in doubt, pinky out. But seriously, food is the way to the heart. Babe, you hungry?
Oh, them days when you be like, hey, I made yada yada and like some rice with some curry chicken. I'm like, oh, you want me to be happy now? Okay.
It be the little stuff.
I was already happy, but thanks.
Yeah, I will do that now. If I feel like I need to uplift his spirits, or I'm just trying to like bring the connection back together, I will do things that I know will help, and I won't say anything. Because if I say something, it takes away from the act itself. So if I go out and I know that he talking about going out to the garden, or he about to do laundry or something, I try to do it first so that it's like it's an apology in action.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Apology plus.
yeah, that's the premium version. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all gotta work y'all way up.
Oh. Said, hey, I'm sorry, and you ain't got it. I took laundry off your to-do list.
Exactly. Now, if y'all want to know, if y'all want the premium package to apologies, go to our
Patreon. Patreon. We dropping all them gems.
the whole thing, and it's gonna be less than a Hulu subscription. It's gonna be less than the
Like
Netflix
taxing right
subscription,
now.
and it's no ads. That's what more can you ask for?
Hey.
That's what I'm saying. All right, I'm gonna leave y'all with a call to action because
Yes.
it's necessary. So, this is what I need y'all to do. First of all, I want y'all to actually have a conversation with y'all partner or with yourself, because self conversations are important, and talk about what it looks like when y'all apologize. I wouldn't have known my apologies was trash until if he didn't say anything, if he didn't say, I don't really appreciate the way that you apologize, or you always do this, or, so have that conversation with your spouse and have that conversation with yourself. Make time to have that deep conversation, whether it be about the apologies or just how you handle any type of conflict.
Yeah.
Write it down. Like, just open yourself up to that. Pretty simple, right? That's y'all homework. I want y'all to report back.
I got enough to do.
I want y'all to report back, and I want to hear how y'all have how the conversation went, what y'all came to, any aha type moment. It will go back to your childhood, safety, anything like that, and let us know in the comments.
Yeah. In the comments, just let us know if you even feel safe in your relationship too, because I keep hearing a lot of people like talking about that, and that's base level. Like, Figure out if you're safe in your relationship, and then we can take it from there.
No, I'm gonna take it one step further. Tell me if you feel safe with yourself.
Oh, I never leave on that one.
Should we just walk off?
We out. We out. We out.
All right, y'all. Until next time.
Go be safe with yourself.
Peace.